Hello everyone, my name's Marta. Welcome to another lockdown Pilates class. So let's get started. Just stand on our mats with our legs fairly wide and we'll just take some swings with the arms just for some warm-ups. So coming onto the ball of the back foot, swinging the arms up, looking up to the ceiling, a little bit of a back bend here, just going easy. We warm our spine up. So when we breathe, we want to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. We want to try to breathe into the back and sides of our ribs. And then we're just going to take it into a little rag doll. So keeping the hips still now, just swinging the body, torso from one side to the other. And then coming down, bending our knees just enough that we can circle those knees around. Just as big as circles as is comfortable for you. And then moving back the other way. When we're doing these warm-ups, we really want to focus on that breath, taking it deep and wide into the back and sides of the ribs, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Audible exhale. Okay, coming up and then just circling the hips, keeping the head and the shoulders still. If we just move those hips around, still a good bend in the knees. If you can see me side on there, it's much easier to circle the hips if you've got a good bend in the knees. Just like a hula dancer or a belly dancer. And changing direction, going back the other way. Keep the hips still and we're going to circle the torso around. So if you want to have your legs straight or bent, doesn't really matter here, but we are using the core muscles to help us stabilize that lower half. And again, making those circles as big as comfortable for you. If you're feeling a little bit tight in the lower back, keep the circles quite small. And back the other way. And then we're just going to move into some shoulder circles one at a time. So again, we're getting a little bit of a twist through the body, but try not to move the hips along with them. Keep the hips still. And then what this does, it activates our core muscles a little bit more. Kind of like you're doing a backstroke in the pool. And changing direction. And then just a little shake out. Okay, let's move to the back of our mats and we'll take a roll down. So take your legs or your feet hip distance apart, sweep the arms up, take a little back bend. Again, soften the knees, push the hips forward, come back up on the inhale, sweep the arms out to the sides like a little swan dive as we roll down, crown of the head towards the floor. Breathe in, exhale. Switching on those core muscles to help support the spine as we roll back out. One vertebra at a time. Sweeping the arms up, taking that back bend. Breathe in to come forward. Arms out, chin to chest, roll it down. So it's a continuous or dynamic movement and we keep the breath flowing throughout. tone the spine muscles up. One more. I want you to hold down here on this last one. Touch the fingers down to the floor and then walk the hands out. Come on to your hands and knees. Okay, straight into cat stretch. So we're taking a breath. Tucking the tailbone under, rolling the spine up one vertebra at a time, breath in at the top, and lengthening out through the tailbone, working our way back down and into a neutral position. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale the top. And exhale to roll back down. Taking one more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And back down into neutral on the exhale. Okay, let's come over onto our backs on the floor. So I'm going to take an ab prep and interlock it with a hip roll. Okay, so let's start with the ab prep. We want to be in a neutral position with our pelvis, tucking the chin to the chest, sliding the shoulders down and bringing the chest towards the thighs. Now, we want to make sure there's a little bit of a hollow in the lower back. You can slip your hands under there just to check that it is still there, and a nice level pelvis. Breathe in, and then roll back down to the mat. Okay, tipping the hips now, squeezing the butt, rolling the spine away from the floor, lengthening out through the knees. Take a breath, and roll back down on the exhale. Straight back into ab prep, chin to chest. Keep that neutral in the pelvis. Up we come on the exhale, eyes on the navel, breathe in, exhale to roll back down. Straight back up into hip roll, tucking the pelvis, scooping the abs, squeezing the butt, pushing the hips up but drawing the ribs into the body. Breathe in, and then slowly, vertebra by vertebra, back down to the floor and straight into neutral. Chin to chest, ab prep, up we come. No butts here. Keep the butt relaxed. Take a breath. And rolling back down. And on the exhale, tipping pelvis. Scooping, squeezing, lifting, lengthening. Push out through the kneecaps. Try to create space between each one of the vertebrae. Breathe in. And rolling back down on the exhale. Chin to chest. Up we come. Ab prep. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more round. Chin to chest. Up we come. Eyes down. Start with a flexion exercise today. So starting with single leg stretch, I want you to imprint. Ribs pull to hips, legs flow to tabletop, and chin tucks to chest. On the exhale, we come up, get as high as we can. Use your hands if you need some help. Hands by calves, eyes on belly. Breathe in, extend the lower one leg. Up we come, tuck it back in. Left leg. So the hands aren't holding on to the leg. They're just moving from one side of the leg to the other. Try not to look up to your knees or to your hands, just to the belly. Work your flexion. Keep working that chest to the thighs. It's very easy to slowly drift to the floor. Try to keep that tension with the chest working towards the thighs, activating that core muscles. One more on the far side. Come back up, release the feet to the floor, heels in close to butt. We're into shoulder bridge. Tuck the shoulder blades under, roll the pelvis back. So just like a hip roll that we did at the very beginning there, but this time we're going to hold at the top. We're going to extend one leg up, lower it down, flexing the foot, point the toe, raise it up. So the hips stay where they are. They do not drop or twist to the side. Leg is the only thing moving up and down. If you're finding this is too much, you can just move the hips to the floor and just lift and lower the leg. Bring the leg up, tuck it in, release it down, switching sides. Squeeze the supporting buttock. Exhale to lower. Inhale to raise. Exhale to lower. Inhale up. Push this hip up. Don't let it drop down as the leg lowers. One more. Leg comes up, tucks in, and releases to the floor. Stay for the inhale, lengthening the body, and then rolling back down to the mat. Bring the knees in close, tuck the chin in, roll yourself up to a seated position. Move yourself to the center of the mat and stretch the arms out to the front for half roll back. Okay, so we want to lengthen the spine. We want to broaden the chest and drop the shoulder blades down. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, hinge back from the hips. So a nice straight spine here. Tuck us here at the pelvis. Breathe in to hold. And exhale to sit up tall. Inhale. Exhale back. Breathe in to hold. Exhale to sit up. If you want to add a little more to it, take the arms back, open out like you're hugging a big tree. And sitting back up, bring the arms in. Exhale back. Inhale it. Let's add a little more. Exhale back. Sweep the arms forward and up. Drop them down, open out. Inhale up. Exhale back. Keep the lift in the chest, eyes straight ahead. Try not to curve the spine. If you keep your head up a little bit, it helps keep the length in the spine. If you start to look down, you start to round the spine. Open the chest, nice long neck. One more. Sit up tall, sweep the arms down behind you, turn the fingers out to the side, walk the feet in a little bit, about hip distance apart. Take a breath and we're into leg pull prep. So we're just going to lift those hips and lower them almost to the floor. Not quite touching down. Squeeze the butt, lift, eyes straight ahead or maybe about knee level. So if you find this as a challenge either for shoulders, hips, whatever, don't lift all the way up. Maybe just lift part way. More, you can bring the feet a little bit closer together. Extend one leg out, and as you lift the hips, just keep that leg lifted. And again, you don't have to lift all the way up to horizontal, maybe just a little bit off the floor is fine. If it's really bothering your hip flexor, you're going to need to bring those feet in a little bit more. Let's change legs. Too much in the hamstrings. Feet coming closer if it is. Two more. And foot comes down, hips come down. Step the feet wide. We'll just take a little time out here with a nice hip flexor stretch. Dropping the knees from one side to the other. over the opposite shoulder. How are we doing at home? Good? And one more time. Okay, let's stretch those legs out long. Make sure you've got room behind you. We'll take some roll-ups. So sitting nice and tall on our sit bones, lifting the ribs, reaching out towards the toes and looking down to the thighs. As you inhale, pull back. Lead with the lower back. Palms turn inward. Shoulders slide down. We lay the spine out along the floor and bring the arms up and overhead. Dorsiflex the feet. So pull the toes, press out through the heels, lock the kneecaps down. Breathe in. Arms come up. Exhale to peel off. Stretch out towards the toes. Look to the thighs. Breathe in. Open the chest, slide the shoulders, exhale your way down. Let's add a little spine twist to it. So as we come up and stretch out, sit tall, sweep the arms wide, twist to the side. 1, 2, 3. Inhale back to the center. Let's go the other way. 1, 2, 3. Come back to the center, reach out over the toes, round the spine, pull back. Breathing in, use the exhale to help you control that roll down. Arms overhead, inhale, arms up, chin to chest. Exhale, peel off the floor, stretch out to the toes, sit up tall, widen the arms, spine twist. Breathe in, exhale, 2, 3. Inhale to the center, keep the length. Exhale to the other side. 3, back to center, reach out to the toes, pull back, breathe in. Exhale to roll down. Arms come overhead. Inhale. Try not to use momentum to come up. Use your core muscles. Stretch out. Sit tall. Sweep the arms. Spine twist. 1, 2, 3. Keep lifting from the chest. Back to the center. Other side. 1, 2, 3. Back to center. Stretch out. Breathe in. Pull back. Exhale. Arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale. Sit tall. Open out. Rotating from the lower ribs. So we're not bringing those hips around as well. They're staying nice and still in line with each other. Stretch out. Pull back. Use the exhale. Lay the spine with control. Arms overhead. Let's go one more round. Sweep the arms wide, take it round. 1, 2, 3. Back to center. Other side. 1, 2, 3. Back to center. Stretch out over the toes. Just relax down. Deep breath into the back and sides of your ribs. And exhale to sit up tall. Okay, we're moving over to the side now, so drop the hips over, come down onto one tricep. Now, if this is uncomfortable, if you've got a big gap here, either stretch the arm out, lay the head down, or tuck the arm underneath the head like that. Keep a bend in the bottom knee, straighten the top leg out. We're taking some big leg circles, so we're going to bring that front leg or top leg forward, back, and round. Okay, so if you feel really tippy, more bend in the bottom leg. So bringing the leg forward, take it back, and circle it round. Now you may notice as you do this that maybe you push your ribs or your hip forward. Try to keep everything here in a nice straight line. So hips lined up, stacked up. Rely on your core muscles to help hold you against that movement of the leg. Let's change direction and go back the other way. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hand can be on the hip. Really doesn't need to be down. If you're really tippy, put it down. But otherwise, hand up here makes you work a little harder here. And last time. Okay, we're going to move over onto our fronts now for a double leg kick. Turn the head to face me, legs together, hands onto the small of the back. Okay, we're going to bring those legs in and pulse them in 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Come up onto the pelvis, lift the thighs, lift the chest, turn the palms down, and take the legs slightly apart. Look to the floor. Head to the other side as we come back down and pulse in. 1, 2, 3. Inhale up. Exhale. Head to the side. 1, 2, 3. This is Superman as we come up, and leg pulse as we come down. 1, 2, 3. Try to really work your Superman. Work that extension in the back, and when you come down for those pulses, control them. Push the hips into the floor, pull the abs up. Inhale. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. And exhale for 1, 2, and 3. Let's roll over to face the other side. And we'll do our leg circles on this side. So making sure we've got enough bend in that knee for support. Hips are stacked. Hand on hip. And we start bringing that leg forward, up, back, and down. And again, paying attention to what's happening through here, that we're not pushing the hips or the ribs forward. Keep the eyes looking straight ahead and not down at your leg. Breathing in for the first half of the circle, exhale for the second. Nice, deep, cleansing breaths. Try to keep that lower rib away from the floor. Okay, last one, and then we're changing direction. So you want to make those circles as big as you can without actually falling over. Tension in your top shoulder. Last one. Good. Okay, let's come back onto our fronts for a little bit more extension. This time it's swan dive. So we're going to take our hands on the carpet or keep our thumbs on the mat and take our legs wide. Just resting on the chin with our elbows down. Breathe in. Draw the belly away from the floor. Slide the shoulders down the back and begin to peel the upper body away from the floor. So just going up to where you're starting to feel a little bit of a tight spot, stop there, take a breath, and then release back down, exhaling. It does take a little time for the spine to warm up for extension, so if you're feeling it's really tight, just go to where it's comfortable for you. Breathe in, abs up, shoulders down, neck stays long, eyes travel out along the floor, elbows are in line with the edge of the mat. Breathe in, and exhale. Some of you that are super flexy, maybe you're going all the way up now, but I want you to keep your pubic bone on the floor. Always a soft bend in the elbows. If we lock the elbows at the top, it pushes shoulders up. So just keep a soft bend there. Also, it keeps the activation in the triceps. Breath. Inhale at the top and exhale. Nice, slow, controlled release back down. Inhale at the bottom and exhale to move. Try not to squeeze your butt until you lift the elbows. And same with coming back down. Relax the butt once the elbows touch the floor. If you're really struggling and your back isn't very flexible, move your hands further forward. Keep the breath flowing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Try to activate the core and back muscles. Get the curls starting to happen. Use the glutes once you start to lift those elbows. spine with spine. So we're not looking down here. One more. Exercises like this using our arms are really good. I'm finding over lockdown I'm getting enough leg work but not enough arm work, so really noticing it. Okay, legs come back together, arms out to the front. We're into swimming. So we'll start with the prep, and maybe you stay with the prep. Maybe you move into full version. Stretch out through the fingers, pull the shoulders down, lock out the knees. Breath in. Right arm, left leg, release down, inhaling. Exhale, left and right, inhale, lower. Keep both hip bones on the floor and the eyes looking down at the mat. Keep that tension in the limbs. So you're reaching out through the fingers, but you're pulling the shoulder blade down the back. Same with the leg. Pushing out through the toe, but locking that kneecap, pulling it up. Okay, moving into full version. If you're up for it, take a breath. Everything off the floor. Right hand, left toe. Here we go for 50. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. 2, 3, 4, 5 and in. 2, 4, 5 and out. 2, 3, 4, 20. In. 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. 2, 4, 30. In. 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. 2, 3, 4, 40. In. 2, 4, 5 and out. 2, 3, 4, 50. Lengthen and release. Hands come under the forehead. Legs are wide, and we just give those hips a little shake from side to side. Hands come under the shoulders. We're just going to push back into shell stretch for a moment. We'll counter stretch to those extension exercises. We still want to make it dynamic. So as we inhale, I want you to pull the abs in and try to round the spine up, even though you're rounded over your thighs. And then exhale, flatten out. Completely relax. So pulling in and rounding up on the inhale. Exhale, relax. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Coming up onto hands and knees and moving over onto our bottoms for rolling like a ball. So we're going to bring our feet in, wrap the hands around the shins separately, round the spine into a little C curve, pick up the feet, and as we breathe in, we pull back, lead with the lower back, and exhale. Keep the eyes mid to low thigh, inhale back, exhale up. Inhale, exhale. So what we want to avoid doing is kicking the legs, because that just gives us momentum and doesn't make the ab muscles work. We want to avoid tossing the head to get us started. We want to keep the eyes on the same spot on the thighs the whole time. Inhale back, exhale up. Try not to touch the feet down if you can help it. So again, opening the chest, dropping those shoulders down, not collapsing into a little hollow chest. Okay. Coming up, dropping the knees over to the front, setting up for side bends. So we've got the front foot in front of the bottom, the top arm on the knee, and the chest to face the front. Sweep this arm, lock this shoulder, send your hips up to the ceiling, arm over the ear. Inhale to reach, exhale to lower. So controlling both the lift and the lower, not just collapsing back down under your own weight. Try to control it. Nice big sweep at the arm, keeping this shoulder locked down the back as we lower nice and softly to the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Taking one more. And release. release. Let's move over onto our bottoms. We'll do the other side in a moment. Take the feet as wide as the mat, knees bent. Back of the hands on the forehead. Nice and tall. Elbows wide. Take a breath. Neck pull. Tuck the tailbone, hinge back from the hips. Stay for the breath. Exhale, fire up the abs, tuck them up and under the ribs as you come over the thighs, rounding the spine, and lengthen up on the inhale. Exhale back. Inhale, hold. Exhale to come forward. Inhale up. If it's a struggle, arms out to the front as you go back. Take a load off. Breathe in. Back to the forehead as you come over. And then lengthen on the inhale. Exhale back. Inhale, stay. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale back. Keep those shoulders down the back. Take a breath. Hollow up. Over we come. Lengthening up. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And release. Let's swing those legs around to the other end. Set up for side bends on this side. So top arm on knee. Chest to face the front. Make sure this arm isn't way out here. You need to have it so you can stabilize this shoulder. Top arm up. Bottom shoulder down. And over onto the bottom knee. Ear to shoulder. Inhale to sweep up. And exhale to release down. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Nice flow with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Core muscles are on about 25% here. So they're helping you balance. And release. Good. Let's just take the legs out in front. About hip distance apart. Lift the ribs. And we're just going to round the spine to the mid-back. To a forward bend. Breathe in. And roll back up. Drop the ear to the shoulder. Drop the other ear to the shoulder. Come back up. One more forward bend. Spine stretch forward. Inhale. And roll up on the exhale. Okay, swinging the legs back along the mat. Rolling down to the floor. I'm going to take the 100, so I want you to imprint the spine. Bring the legs to tabletop. Tuck the chin to the chest. And peel up into flexion. Again, getting as close to those thighs as we can. If you want full version, the legs go out, slightly on an angle, or you can keep them here at tabletop. Eyes are down here, arms hover. Okay, so we're going to pulse those arms and breathe. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 4, 20, in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 30, in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 4, 40, in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 50, in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 60, in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 4, 70, in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 80, in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 4, 90, in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 100. Bend the knees, cross the ankles, take the arms overhead. I want you to bend the elbows. Just lay the back of the hands on the floor. Now, if that's really uncomfortable, you can't just have your hands down by your sides here. Okay, so this is rollover prep. We're going to take those legs out a little bit. Bring them towards the ceiling. Keep the chin tucked in and the shoulder blades pinned down. As we bring those feet towards the face, just try to roll the pelvis a little ways off the floor. Stay for a breath, and then come back to your starting position. Okay? So, inhale, legs to vertical. Exhale, feet towards the face. Pelvis lifts. It may not.
The main thing is you're activating these muscles here. Take a breath and release. Inhale to vertical. Exhale, feet to face. Stay for the breath in. Exhale away. Inhale. Exhale. Hold and breathe. You're not going to get a big breath here. And exhale. Let's change the cross of the ankles and take 4 more. Inhale to vertical. Exhale, drawing the feet towards the face. Maybe you get a little bit of lift now. Take a breath. And release. And again, last 3. Inhale. Exhale. I know this is a bit hard after the 100. That's okay. Take a breath. And exhale. If you're really struggling, more bend in the knees. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in. And release. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in. And release. You just hug the knees into the chest for a moment. Take a few circles. And back the other way. Bring your chin to your chest. Lift your head off. Make a tight little bowl and bring yourself up to sitting. Okay, I'm going to move the body back. Take the elbows to the floor and bring the toes to the mat, legs together. Okay, move the hands just a little ways away from the body. This is hip twist prep. Dropping the knees towards me, take a breath. Extend them out, sweep them over, touch them down, and come back to center. Then we change direction. Keep the lift in the chest. Try not to sag into the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, legs out. Inhale, legs over. Exhale, touch, and come to center. So changing direction each time. If you find the full extension too much, just take the legs to tabletop. Then bring them over, touch down, and center up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Very easy to sink down into the shoulders as those legs extend. So you have to really activate your core muscles to keep that lift and length through the spine. To take full version, just leave the legs there and just take some little circles, changing direction each time. Again, you can do this from here, just like heel slides. Just a little bit more, but not quite the full version. Last one. Bring the feet to the floor, slide them out wide, and push yourself up, ready for the saw. So again, we want to activate these legs. Make sure we're sitting right on top of sit bones. You can sit on a block or a cushion if you feel that you're a little bit back. And activate the legs. Push the knees into the floor. Take the arms wide, and we're going to take the back room hand towards the front foot. Turn the back hand, thumb down, little finger to toe. Those sit bones on the floor. Roll back up, inhaling, open on the exhale. Let's sort of change the direction. So rib cage comes over. Exhale, stretch both hands away. Look to your thigh. Roll back up, drop the shoulders, lift the chest, take the arms wide. Activate those legs, breathe in. Exhale down. Glue that outside sit bone to the floor. Breathe in and exhale to the center. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. through the spine. Make it a sequence. So when you go down, chin first, roll out along the leg, pull in, roll up, and then open. This is one of the exercises you've got to keep body scanning because you've got to keep the activation in the legs. You want to keep both sit bones down. You want to get the length through the spine so the neck and head have to come right up. One more to each side, and then we'll move into side kicks. Okay. Bringing the legs together, stepping them to the back of the mat. Turn over onto one hip and down onto your side. Again, we want a little bend in that bottom knee. Now how much bend you have, again, is dependent on you. So we're going to pull those abs in, extend the top leg, dorsiflex the foot so it's bent at 90, and then kick it forward 2 times and point and reach back for 1. Okay, so again, just like when we're doing those big leg circles, we want to be mindful of what's happening here. The hips need to stay stacked. The lower rib needs to stay lifted, the abs need to be contracted, and the eyes need to look front. Try to make those kicks as big as you can, especially the back one. That's the one where you're more likely to tip over, but you really activate the core as you go behind. To look down where the leg is, but try to keep the eyes looking front. Tucking those ribs in as the leg goes behind, keeping that hip pulled back as the leg comes forward. No bend in the top knee, just keep that leg straight. Last one. Top. And I want you to come over onto your front. So we'll do another extension in between before we go on the other side. So hands on the floor, thumbs on the mat. This time legs are together and the buttocks relax. We're just going to let those heels drop out so the lower half of the body doesn't work at all. This is breaststroke. Take a breath, pull the abs up, slide the shoulders down and lift the body off just to a hover. We're going to extend the arms out to the front. If that's too much, take them out to the side. Then we're going to sweep around, come up to the bottom ribs without using our butt. Bend the arms, come through, and back to hover. Inhale. 2 breaths. This one. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Keep the eyes looking at the mat or the edge of the mat. Don't look out along the floor. We want to keep that alignment of neck with spine. If you think you might be squeezing your butt but you're not sure, have a feel. It should be relaxed. No one's looking. Come a little bit higher as you reach out behind, and then a little bit lower as you come forward with the arms. Two more. you. In that full circle or half circle through those shoulders. And then bring the hands underneath the forehead. Bend the knees and just take a little windscreen wipe of the legs. Okay, moving back into shell stretch. Coming up. Legs hip distance apart, sitting back over the heels. You can also take cat stretch if you prefer. Works better for you. Again, that dynamic